Shaq levels are over 9,000! And now that we got that joke out of the way, let's play some Shaq Fu. I believe it goes without saying that Shaq Fu is one of the most notorious fighting games ever made, because, come on, it's Shaquille O'Neal in a fighting game! The domain name ShaqFu.com is actually an entire website dedicated to destroying every single copy of this game ever made. People hate it that much. But I was actually even more surprised to find out that there are actually entire websites dedicated to doing the exact opposite and saving every cartridge of Shaq Fu they can find. Well, don't worry. I don't plan on destroying this cartridge. Mainly because I'm a collector and I don't want to have to buy this game again. So you hear that? I'm not your typical angry viewer who's going to break something he bought just for entertainment purposes. Because I don't roll that way! And in 2013, there's not much point me talking this game unless I have some new insight to bring to the table about it. And do I really have something new to say about Shaq Fu? I mean, this game has pretty much been torn apart by every no-name internet reviewer you can imagine, as well as being put on just about every top 10 worst fighting games list ever made on the internet. But you know what? Just for shits and giggles, let's do it anyway. Well, I guess the best place to start would be the cartridge. Check it out. It's the weirdest Genesis cartridge I have ever seen. Oh yeah, apparently EA wanted to make their cartridges stand out amongst the crowd, so they made them
really tall and really stupid.
I don't know what's worse, this game or that movie. They also have this weird little yellow thing on the side of it. It's got Electronic Arts' little logo on it because I guess they want to make sure you knew exactly who designed these things. I'm currently in the process of collecting as many Sega Genesis games as I possibly can, and this big monstrosity will stick out like a sore thumb if I put them on a shelf somewhere. Well, hey, this doesn't look too bad. I mean, the music is okay, and the graphics actually look pretty nice. And the animation's pretty good in these characters, too. They're also all pretty diverse in look, style, and there's even 12 characters. Not too shabby for a Genesis fighting game, especially when the last game I reviewed only had 9 characters to choose from. And I'll be honest, the character designs are basic, but it's not like they're ripping anybody off here. Well, minus the cat girl, who I think is Nepeta before Nepeta was Nepeta. Check it out, her primary colors are blue and green, she fights with her claws, and if she had candy corn horns, I'd swear Andrew Hussey just played some Shaq Fu. So all in all, this game makes a pretty good first impression. And then you actually play the game. A lot of people say the controls in this game are garbage, but out of all the reviews I've seen and read, and I've seen and read a lot of them, I've never actually seen anyone put into words about why the control in this game sucks so badly. But I think I can do it. Now the buttons work and your character responds just fine to them, but the screen in this game is huge, and the character models are absolutely tiny. Check it out, look at they take about roughly 12% of the screen. This wouldn't be so bad, except the characters move extremely sluggishly when you're not jumping or dashing. This game is supposed to be built around speed, but getting to your opponent alone is a chore. And in most fighting games, especially ones ripping off Street Fighter, jump attacks are extremely important. Dare I say they are omni-important. They get to your opponent fast, and if you're smart, you can land a few extra hits before setting up a nice little combo. But the problem with Shaq Fu is that when you jump, it puts you into a fixed arc. You have no or little control over how far you jump. So if you touch the jump button, you instantly go soaring over your opponent, and oftentimes your opponent will jump when you do, and all you'll do is change positions. So basically it's like,
what's the point?
You know your fighting game is bad when your first challenge is getting close enough to land a hit, and I don't mean because the other guy is keeping you at bay with ranged attacks. And speaking of ranged attacks, on normal difficulty, that's pretty much all you're ever really gonna see. And combos? What combos? You think you can string together a long series of moves that you've sat down and practiced your fingers to the bone to master? Nuh-uh. Spam ranged attacks, or just do what I do and teabag the other guy in the corner to death with kicks. Forward and C. There you go. 90% of the fights are already over. That's really the only recourse of action here. Spam range moves or curb stomping. I'm serious, that's all! Okay, so the technical part of the review is over. Now let's start making fun of this game. Now Shaq Fu does have a story. It goes a little something like this. Shaq's making his way downtown in his basketball uniform of all things when he randomly bumbles into the Asian Mr. Clean's shop. The old dude said he had foreseen Shaq being some kind of great hero when coming into his shop to save the world because he's some great warrior or something. Well, I guess he was up late one night, high off his ass on opium watching MTV or something. I'll hit you with the wah push push. I don't even. I just don't even. Mr. Clean here tells Shaq to enter his magic portal in the back end. Hey, wait a second here. Portal? Portal? I don't see a portal. Where's the portal at, bearded monkey man?
That's racist!
And Shaq doesn't even argue with the guy for a second. He's like, I have a magic portal. You should go into it. So Shaq does. If you're a world-famous basketball player wandering around the slum of a neighborhood and entering a shop that's owned by an old Fu Manchu who proclaims that you're some kind of great warrior he had visions about one day, it's okay to go in his back room and that he said he had a magic portal in. He's totally not gonna steal your liver or anything. Oh, by the way, I love the Pepsi advertisements here. And here. I hope he got paid double for that. What is with Shaquille O'Neal and soda? I mean, right now he still has a career doing commercials, and he even has his own brand of soda out. I'm so not kidding about that. Huh? I ain't drinking that. Look at this little Shaq just running around. Just look at little Shaq. It's an itsy bitsy, teeny weeny yellow polka dot bikini Shaq. The game's story is about as narrow-minded as you can possibly get. Big evil dude doing big evil dude things, and you gotta save some kid. Who's important because the story says he is. That's really the basic plot. That's all there is to it. The rest of it is just Shaq running around beating people up for seemingly no apparent reason. Shaq runs into a guy named Diesel, makes fun of his name. Fight ensues. Shaq runs into a busty woman asking where the kid is and calls her girlfriend. Fight ensues. Shaq runs into a prince and makes fun of him. Fight ensues. Hey Shacky, stop being a dick and you might go home faster. Wait. Vagabond Temple? Seriously, someone ask Andrew Huss if he's ever played Shaq Fu, because I'm really curious now. Now, you'd think such a simple story would be hard to fuck up, but they manage it. Dear God, they manage it. Let's take, for example, this scene where the character Beast summons an army of skeletons. Hey, guess what? You don't fight a single skeleton in the game. You don't even see a little drawing of them, and there's no selectable character that's a skeleton warrior. And what does this have to do with the story?
Nothing! Absolutely nothing!
So you see a 7-foot-tall Shaquille O'Neal barreling up to your pyramid really pissed off, and your skeleton army does nothing to stop him? What the hell are they doing anyway? You meet the kid, who's cheap as hell, and shove your foot in Frodo's baggins until he's free from being mind-controlled. Which confuses me, because in the last fight against Set Ra, Shaq demands he releases the kid. He's already free! Just because I bought a game called Shaq Fu doesn't mean I'm so stupid that I can't read, EA. I mean, I paid a penny for it on Amazon, but shipping was like $3. I just love the pre-fight banters in this game. They're a comedy goldmine. Don't believe me? Check this shit out. So you call yourself Diesel? Ha ha ha! We'll see who has the last laugh. EA will, because people bought this game. People like me. Be careful, Prince. You might hurt yourself with those swords. My swords will make you think twice about that comment. Which just so happens to be 2 more times than EA thought before putting this game out. Do you know where I can find Set and the boy? Grrr, grrr. Oh, sorry, old chap. Let me use a test to dry out one's throat. If you happen to spare some water, I'll gladly direct you into your destination. Hell, I may even join you on your perilous and noble quest to save the...
Ain't nobody got time for that!
I was only trying to help! Tell me where the boy Nezu is before I beat it out of you. Yeah, right. I'll whisper it in your ear after I slap you, silly.
I will slap your face so super hard!
You are a man of great power, but mark my words, I'll be back! Oh, no you won't, and there had better not be a Shaq Fu 2! So the game ends with Shaq saving the kid and going to his charity basketball game where Beast is playing on the other team. Just play the rest of the UHF clip.
Stupid! You're so stupid!
So let's break it down. Shaq Fu is not a very good game. I mean, I know this game has its fans because there are some things to like about it. But there are things to absolutely hate about it as well. And hell, I don't even like this game. Like, at all. But is it deserving of a website setting out to destroy every cartridge of this game ever? I mean, it's not E.T., the Pac-Man port for the Atari, Custer's Revenge, or God help you, Superman 64. It's just a really bad fighting game with Shaquille O'Neal, and if I'm being perfectly honest here, and you're going to be shocked, even though this is a very negative review of the game, it's not nearly as bad as its reputation precedes it to be. Hell, I can name at least 10 fighting games that are way, way worse than Shaq Fu. So I will. Number 1, Balls 3D. Number 2, Rise of the Robots. Number 3, Catfight. Number 4, Sonic the Fighters. Number 5, Fighters Uncaged. Number 6, Time Killers for the Genesis. Number 7, Fight Fever. Number 8, Bloodstorm. Number 9, Pit Fighter. And number 10, Justice League Task Force. And you know, I kind of didn't want to talk about this, but I'm going to anyway, just because it feels like a lie. But for a game called Shaq Fu, there's not even a martial art in the game called Shaq Fu. In fact, Shaq's martial art in the game is called, and I'm not kidding here, Shakido. Shakido? So the name of this game is a lie! I got the Shaq, but where's the Fu? I got an idea. Give me some Shaq and the Fu Schnicken. For copyright purposes and for fair use reasons, I cannot play this song in its entirety as originally intended in the video that was uploaded 2 years ago. So now I am giving my opinion of this song while you can see snippets of it in the background and me dancing like an idiot. This song is good. This song has good beat, good lyrics, good raps. I like it. Song am's good, yes. What? There were Shaq Fu ports? I mean, I guess I might talk about it if I can find copies of them, but I'm not really talking to anybody. There's no one over there.
Actually, I'm right here. You're talking to me.
Oh yeah, besides him.